If somebody says speed is fine. Anyways, let's go forward. Thank you. Let's start with the invocation. To the Supreme God, to the Great Divine Father and the Great Divine Mother, thank you for your priceless blessings, for your divine light, divine love, divine power, divine healing, guidance, mercy, help, and protection. Thank you. To our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great ones, we very, very humbly thank you for your great blessings. We thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's invoke for the energy of love. Be aware of the heart chakra and the crown chakra and verbalize. Say, Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with tremendous energy of love, with tremendous substance of love. Thank you for filling my heart chakra and my crown chakra with tremendous substance of love, with substance of love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Raise your hands in the blessing position. We will start the forgiveness practice. Verbalize. Well, be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Imagine a brilliant light passing through your heart and the crown, flowing through your hands, and going to all the souls that you're actually forgiving, right? Let's start. Say, to all the human souls across all my incarnations. Let's do it differently today. Let's not do the standard one, okay? Let's do for this and let's do for our parents. Let's do differently than usual. Say, to all the human souls across all my incarnations, with which I have any sort of negative karma, any kind of negative karma generated by thoughts, any kind of negative karma generated by speech, any kind of negative karma generated by actions, whether generated by me towards others or by others towards me. And just sit, be aware of the heart and the ground. Say, I forgive all of you. I release you and I let go of you. Thank you also for forgiving me, releasing me, and letting go of me. Say, I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. And then say, may God bless all of us with loving kindness, understanding, and forgiveness. To all of you, which means to all of the souls that you have any karma with in the world. There are some people who you have a much stronger karma, some people very light karma, right? Like there's a whole gradation or a gradient. Address mostly those people who you have very, very strong karma with. So especially to all of you, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, I completely forgive you. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you completely for forgiving me. I let go of you. Gently, kindly, I let go of you. Thank you for letting go of me. And then, if they're still alive, say, may you find what you're looking for in life, and may I find what I'm looking for in life. May the love of God be with you. May the love of God be with me. Especially those people who you have very strong karma with, may not even be in incarnation at this point of time. They could be incarnating with you maybe two incarnations afterwards. The trouble will start after two incarnations. This life may be relatively smooth, it doesn't matter. But the real strong karma, people may not be in incarnation with you at this time. For example, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it seemed like all the people around her in the family are like the biggest enemies, right? It's quite possible that many of the people who this person has very strong karma with have probably born right now. The life becomes unlivable actually at that time. Just as an example. So just be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Again, it's almost like living with the worst fears in the worst pain. I would like you to be aware of the heart and the crown and pour down on your love, all your love on these souls, and say, let's forgive each other. Just imagine a pink kind of color coming out of your hands and just pour down on all these souls and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and say, I forgive you completely. Say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and then say, I forgive you completely. Also, simultaneously, very clearly know that mistakes happen, which means you don't hold anything against yourself. You've forgiven yourself already, you've accepted yourself already, and then you go to this level of forgiveness. Pour down a lot of love on all these souls. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's chant the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. For all the souls in the world that you have any karma with, any karma, it doesn't matter, like low negative karma to less negative karma, all of them, okay? Let's chant. Let's say Om Mani Padme Om Om Mani Padme Om Om Mani Padme Om. I love all of you. My love is with all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go for giving our parents today, the next. I also think it's important because parents, of course, to those of us who have loved our parents a lot, we tend to ignore the fallacies, that come along with it. But to those of us who have been hurt a lot by, the parents and the way they've treated us, hold them accountable for most of our traumas and sufferings also, right? But the problem happens that when you want to hold accountable, but the custom says don't do it. And that is like, okay, what the hell should I do then? And this is a not a very good phase to be in, because the heart says something and the culture says don't. This is not all right. This is completely conflicted, confused state of mind. And that will lead to further divide and putting the blame on somebody else. The mind has to find a scapegoat. Why will the mind not find a scapegoat? Then it has to be either the future husband, the future wife, the future somebody, or a child, or somebody else, or that is, or one's own self. These are called completely unresolved trauma, and the logic is not the way to work around them. Of course, you can start with logic, but eventually the logic cannot work. Maybe today we'll give a small talk in the evening before we start how to work on issues that surround some situations like this. Anyways, so visualize your life with your parents and see if you can find places where you were almost completely not okay. You were hurt, you were damaged by things that your parents have done. They weren't perfect. Of course, they made mistakes. Of course, it's just human to make mistakes. No matter how much you love them, if you're intelligent enough, you'd start to see, that there are things that they did which you, as of today, might not be okay with. Or that child that you were, probably didn't know how to say no, or probably didn't know how to outsmart them with the words. Maybe they were too strict. Maybe they would show them their eyes filled with anger and you can't do anything now. Or maybe they didn't defend you enough. Maybe they made promises which they didn't fulfill. Maybe in some situations, of course, they did the best that they could. In some situations, you're like, no, they didn't. They didn't do their best. The parents can be selfish also. Of course, they give the children the best. There's no question of it. But if you examine your life properly, deeply, you would realize, there may be areas where they were probably selfish. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying that whatever hurt you, you just pick those incidences up. We're not saying what they did was right or wrong. We're not justifying anybody's behavior. We're just saying if something hurt you, pick it up. You can't deal with the hurt by logic. At least that is not how it works. You cannot deal with the hurt in the form of logic. It needs the energy of love. So, whatever hurt you about your parents, maybe for example, there are things that, for example, if you got less marks, they scolded you without understanding why you scored less or why you aren't good at a subject. They just have a habit of getting angry at you for everything because they can't solve their own problems of their life. Their answer is to get angry. Or if they don't understand something, they just get angry. They just shouting, so you shut up. I mean, there are many kinds of problems. Sometimes they get all the office stress and anger to the house and mess up the whole environment. Sometimes they're probably just too nice and too kind. Nobody's parents are bad. We're not at all saying that. We're just saying ki there are things about our parents that we don't like. We need to learn to deal with those properly. This is, in a certain step, maturing in emotions, looking the problems just the way they were, whatever we didn't like, addressing them properly, right? Now, there are a list of things which by now you know that you didn't like when you were growing up or with your parents, with the way they handle things, with the way they did things, right? Imagine your parents in front of you. Be aware of the heart and the crown chakra. Just pour down tremendous amount of love. Knowing that they're humans, knowing that, by the way, in this incarnation, they're your parents or the role is of your parents, knowing that many times people make mistakes, and by the way, they were your parents making whatever mistakes they made, like any other human would make mistakes. It was not personal to you. It wasn't personal to you. If they had any other child, they'd probably have made the exact same mistakes, not personal to you. And most importantly, all the human beings, they need love, project tremendous amount of love. And just say, I'm there for you. Project love. For everything that hurt you, project more and more love. Imagine the love coming from your heart and your crown, flowing through your hands, going deep inside your parents, repairing and healing all the broken pieces that they have inside of them, healing all the emotional and psychological wounds that they might have had. And just say, I love you so much. I love you and I love you so much. And nothing in the world can change that. And then say, I accept you with all your minor flaws completely. Thank you for being my parents. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now make sure if you haven't communicated with your parents over some issues that you've had, and if your parents are relatively open-minded, try and see if you can bring some topics up which can address the older issues. But when you address them, please be very clean-hearted and not vindictive. Yeah. If it's not needed, then forget about it. Okay. Then don't bother. Sometimes talking about some things that hurt you uh, brings deeper peace and relief. Sometimes, like I tried with my mother, and that gives very deep relief that I was able to address exactly what bothered me over a few conversations, not even one, two, three, four, five times, but I wasn't vindictive. I was like, see, this is what I've identified. And I'd like to share it with you that this that you did wasn't good, or the effect of this was like this, or I became like this instead of what you wanted. So, and I would just want to share it with you. That's that. No vindication, nothing, just clean, pure sharing. If you identified something, feel free to share it in a good spirit. If in case you think that they will take it positively, in that case. Otherwise, don't bother. Yeah. Good. Let's go for purification sessions. Be aware of the heart chakra and the crown chakra. And imagine a big, big sun. Or you can do without a sun if you're doing erasing. Just say God, and God pretty much is everywhere, omnipresent, right? Let's verbalize. Say to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for completely erasing all the entities and emotions of anger, cruelty, injury, criticism, hatred, malice, irritation, violence, and revenge from all my chakras, from all my webs, from my conscious and subconscious mind. Thank you. Next, to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for completely erasing all the entities and emotions of lust, of greed, domination, poverty, and stealing of all types from all my chakras, from all my webs, from my conscious and subconscious mind. Thank you. Next, to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for completely erasing all the entities and emotions of lying, pretending, distortion, manipulation, ego, pride, low self-esteem, insecurities, prejudice, self-delusion, jealousy, enviousness, and guilt from all my chakras, from all my webs, from my conscious and subconscious mind. Please sacrifice it. So that's it. Next, to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for completely erasing all the entities and emotions of all forms of procrastination and all forms of laziness from all my chakras, from all my webs, from my conscious and subconscious mind. Thank you. Next, verbalize. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for completely erasing all the entities and emotions of addiction, obsession, and excessiveness of all types, and all the useless thoughts and negative emotions from all my chakras, from all my webs, from my conscious and subconscious mind. Thank you. Blessings. I say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with loving kindness and non-injury in my thoughts, feelings, words, and actions. Please bless me with patience, understanding, tolerance, mercy, compassion, and inner forgiveness. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with the virtue of generosity and non-stealing. Please bless me with a compassionate, generous heart that I may give and share to those in need. Thank you also for blessing my life with abundance, with wealth, and with riches. Thank you. Next, say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with clarity and sharpness of mind. Please bless me with accurate perception and correct expression that I may have humility, objectiveness, and a good self-esteem. Thank you. Next, say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with one-pointedness and constancy of aim and effort. Please bless me with an iron will and inner power to do great things. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with moderation and non-excessiveness so that I may live a balanced and prosperous life. Thank you. Say, Lord God, thank you for blessing me with peace, power, prosperity, and purpose in my life. Thank you so much. Today, before we start chant, we go for the stillness practice. Let's just chant Om and be aware of the whole body. If you can verbally chant or just whisper, that is fine. Chant the mantra Om. Be aware of the whole body. Just be still, be still. All right, let's do a closing prayer. Say to the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you for your great blessings. Thank you to our great spiritual teacher, to all the great spiritual teachers, to all the great gods and goddesses, to all the great ones. We very, very humbly thank you for your great blessings. We thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone, see you tomorrow. Let me know how the session was today for you, so I get some feedback on that. Yeah. Take care. God bless all of you. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.